Hello all, I am the Holland Phantom, and for today's video we're going to be having a live battle from the 2024 format. Okay, before we get into the decks, I just want to say that I wanted to use today's video as the unboxing and gameplay videos of the 2024 World Championship decks that should have been released at the time of this recording, but for whatever reason they have been delayed, so we're doing this for today. Okay, here we go. On one side, we've got the Chien Pao and Baxcalibur deck, going up against the Lugia VStar deck on the other side. The Chien Pao deck is going to be focused on setting up a Baxcalibur as quickly as possible, and then using its ability to quickly attach water energies from the hand onto any Pokemon that the player wants. And Chien Pao is going to be the most powerful attacker in the deck, with its Hail Blade attack hitting for 60 damage times the number of water energies discarded from their side of the field. And the Lugia deck is going to be focused on using Lugia's ability to bring back 2 Arceus from the discard pile directly onto the bench, to then use their abilities to attach up to 4 energies from the deck directly onto their Pokemon. So we'll see which of these two decks can take the victory today. But before we begin, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, as we're really close to hitting 3,000 subscribers, so if you enjoy the content on our channel, make sure that you're subscribed, it really helps us a lot. And now with that out of the way, let's get into the battle! And here we go, the battle has started with both players flipping over their starting Pokemon. On the Chien Pao side, we've got Chien Pao as the active Pokemon, and on the Lugia side, we've got Iron Bundle as the active Pokemon. The Chien Pao side is going first, placing 2 Frigibacks on the bench, and then activating Chien Pao's ability, Shivery Chill, to then search the deck for 2 water energies to add to the player's hand. And they receive the 2 water energies being chosen, so let's see if the player's going to be attaching any of them. Okay, not yet, they receive an Ultra Ball now, discarding both of the water energies that were just added to the hand for any Pokemon from the deck. Okay, now the player's going to be choosing the Radiant Greninja to place onto the bench. It's a really powerful card, letting the player draw 2 cards per turn by discarding an energy card from the hand. Okay, they receive concealed cards, discarding a 3rd water energy, drawing 2 more cards out of the deck, and that's going to be it. Turn passes. So let's see if on the second turn the Chien Pao player can evolve these Frigibacks into Baxcalibur. And now over on the Lugia side, the player's going to be attaching a gift energy to the Iron Bundle before activating their own Ultra Ball, discarding a Mist Energy and an Arceus for any Pokemon from the deck. And they're going to be choosing the Lumineon V to activate the ability Luminous Sign, to then search the deck for a supported card to add to their hand. And the one chosen is going to be Iono, coming to the player's hand. Let's see if they're going to be activating it right away. And yes, they are. So now both players have to shuffle their hands and place them at the bottom of the deck. And then each player is going to be drawing 6 cards. 1 card for each of the remaining prize cards. So the Lugia player has to find at least 1 Lugia V to put onto the bench before it can evolve in the next turn. Okay, there we see it capturing a Realma. Here's a coin flip. And it's going to be a heads. So the player can only search out an evolved Pokemon from their deck. So they're going to be searching out another Arceus. They need to discard at least 2 Arceus before they can bring them back with Lugia VStar's Summoning Star ability. And that's going to be it. No Lugia came down, so that's going to be giving the Chien Pao player a chance to evolve their Frigibacks and start dealing some damage. So we see a Bidoof coming down to the bench, followed by a Nest Ball to search the deck for a basic Pokemon to place onto the bench. It's going to be a second Chien Pao now. So now the Chien Pao side has a full bench, and then we see Shivery Chill to search the deck for 2 more water energies to add to the hand. So the player's going to be able to use the concealed cards on the Radiant Greninja once again. And speaking of which, there we see the ability activating, discarding a water energy, drawing 2 more cards. The player needs to get at least a rare candy and a Baxcalibur to evolve. Okay, there's a Stadium card, Pokestop, discarding the top 3 cards of the deck. And they get to keep all 3. It was the Prime Catcher and 2 Superior Energy Retrievals. The Pokestop lets the player discard the top 3 cards of the deck and then keep any item cards that they discard. And that was it. They still have no evolution, so back over to the Lugia side, there we see a Weird Deer V coming down. You get the gift energy, and there's the support for the turn. Professor's Research, discarding the rest of the hand to draw 7 cards. So I think I saw 2 Cinccino going to the discard pile, along with the Arceus. There's only 2 Cinccino in the entire deck, so the player's not going to be able to attack with them for the rest of the turn. Okay, there we finally see a Lugia, actually 2 Lugia V coming down. But they still cannot evolve this turn. They need 1 more turn. So that does give the Chien Pao player 1 more chance to evolve before the Lugia VStar comes down. There we see the Shivery Chill, adding 2 more water energies to thin out the deck just a little bit more. And then the Radiant Greninja can draw some more cards. There's concealed cards, discarding another water energy. Okay, the player needs the rare candy and the Baxcalibur. Let's see if they got it. Okay, not yet. There we see Pokestop discarding the top 3 cards. Oh, no, it's an Irida, Silene, and the Lightning Energy. None of them are item cards, so they all go to the discard pile. They actually could have used that Irida to search out what they need. Okay, they're going to be forced to use an Iono to shuffle their entire hand and put it at the bottom of the deck. That was a huge hand. All going to the bottom of the deck, including that Prime Catcher that they just got in the previous turn. But let's see if they get the rare candy Baxcalibur that they need. 6 new cards were drawn. Did they get the cards? Okay, the Bidoof evolves into Bibarel. And that's it. Turn passes again. Still no Baxcalibur coming down. Okay, the Lugia side now gets another chance to evolve their Lugia. There's the Capturing Aroma. They get a Tails that time, which means they can only search out a basic Pokemon. They're going to be getting the the Blood Moon Ursaluna coming into the player's hand. Do they have the Lugia VStar in hand already, though? Okay, not yet. They will see the Great Ball looking at the top 7 cards of the deck, and then keeping any Pokemon that they find in their hand. So let's see what Pokemon they can find. And yes, they finally got the Lugia VStar. But they only have 1 open bench spot for Arceus. They need to have at least 2 open spots for it. But they can use Iron Bundle's ability to discard itself. Okay, it's going to be retreating to promote the Lugia VStar. And yeah, now Iron Bundle activates its own ability, Hyper Blower, to force the opponent to switch out their Pokemon. So Chien Pao goes to the bench to promote one of the Frigibacks. And there's the V-Star ability, Summoning Star, to search out the 2 Archeops from the discard pile to place them directly onto the bench. And now the player's going to be having access to both of the Primal Turbo abilities to search out up to 4 special energy cards from the deck to attach to their Pokemon. And speaking of which, there we see both of the Primal Turbos activating, searching out a Gift Energy, a Mist Energy, and a Double Turbo Energy to equip onto the Lugia V-Star, so it's now fully powered up. Primal Turbo is one of the best Energy Accelerator abilities in the entire game. So now Lugia is going to be able to take the first KO of the game. But Frigibax is only going to give up 1 prize instead of the 2 that the player would have gotten with the Chien Pao. There's the attack, Tempest Dive, taking the KO against Frigibax and also discarding the Pokestop. And Lugia V-Star takes the first prize. Okay, on the Chien Pao side, Radiant Greninja comes into the active spot. It already has the Water Energy equipped. And there's the Irida. Finally, the player can search out the Rare Candy and the Baxcalibur. There's Baxcalibur. Oh, and a Nest Ball. Okay, so they must already have the Rare Candy in their hand. So with Nest Ball, they can search the deck for any basic Pokemon to add to their bench. There's Rare Candy. And there's Baxcalibur. So now the player finally has access to the Super Cold ability to accelerate water energies. And there's the Nest Ball. Searching the deck for any basic Pokemon. It's going to be the Fizantipiti. Fizantipiti has the ability called Flip the Script. So when one of their Pokemon was KO'd on the previous turn, the player can draw 3 more cards. Okay, there's another Pokestop coming down. Radiant Greninja is going to be paying the retreat cost to go back to the bench, promoting Chien Pao. And then we see Superior Energy Retrieval, discarding 2 cards from the hand for 4 energies from the discard pile to add back into the player's hand. It's going to be all 4 energy, which can now be accelerated with Baxcalibur. And Chien Pao's attack does 60 damage times the number of water energy that they discard. So they need to discard at least 5 energy to take the KO against this Lugia. Okay, then we see the Shivery Chill to search the deck for 2 more water energy, so that should be enough for the KO. And it's actually going to put them ahead in the prize race because Lugia V-Star does give up 2 prize cards. Okay, there's Bibarel's ability. Industrious Incisor is activating. The player can draw until they have 5 cards in their hand. So that was 4 cards drawn, followed by Radiant Greninja, discarding a water energy to draw another 2 cards. And finally, Fezandipiti to draw another 3 cards. That was a total of 9 cards drawn, all in a single turn. Okay, next up is Pokestop to discard the top 3 cards. Buddy Buddy Poffin, Nest Ball, and Superior Energy Retrieval. So might as well have been a draw 3. They drew a ton of cards. And there's the attack, Hail Blade, discarding all 5 water energies to take the KO against Lugia. And that's going to be 2 prizes taken by Chien Pao. They have taken the lead. Okay, on the other side there we see Weirdeer coming into the active spot. Weirdeer's attack does 40 damage times the number of energy equipped onto it. So there we see the manual attachment, a double turbo energy. So right now it can hit for 100 damage, but there's both of the Primal Turbos equipping just 3 energy onto Weirdeer, so that should be enough for 6 energy times 40. It's 240 minus 20 for the double turbo. 220 damage, just enough to take the KO against Chien Pao. And there's Blood Moon Ursaluna coming down to the bench, followed by another Great Ball. looking at the top 7 cards again to keep any Pokemon that they find in their hand. Okay, they've actually got nothing that time. All 7 cards go back into the deck now. And no more card to play. There's the attack. Psy Shield Bash, taking the KO against Chien Pao, taking 2 prizes for the Lugia side. So they've got 3 prizes remaining to Chien Pao's 4 now. And Chien Pao's going to be needing 4 water energies to take the KO against Weirder. So they should be able to pull it off with the superior energy retrieval. That's all 4 water energies coming back into the player's hand. And now Super Cold can accelerate them onto the Chien Pao. So that is going to be enough to take the KO against the Weirder. Bringing the Chien Pao player down to 2 more prizes remaining. Okay, but they're not done yet. There we see a Night Stretcher now to search the discard pile for a basic energy card or a Pokemon. So they're going to be searching out the Chien Pao that was just KO'd to place back onto the bench, just in case his active one gets KO'd. And there we see another superior energy retrieval, discarding a Baxcalibur and a Buddy Buddy Poffin for 4 more water energies. There we see the energies coming back into the player's hand, which can immediately be accelerated onto the bench Chien Pao now. That's going to be 8 energy in play already. A huge turn for the Chien Pao player. So even if the active one goes down, the one on the bench is ready to deal a ton of damage. There's the Shivery Chill to search the deck for more water energies. But they actually searched out nothing. There's the Flip the Script from the Pheasantipity to draw 3 cards out of the deck. And there's the attack. Hail Blade discarding 4 water energies to take the KO against Weirdeer, taking 2 more prize cards. So they just have to take the KO against the Ursaluna, Lugia, or the Lumineon to win this game. Okay, now it's going to be the Ursaluna coming into the active spot. With its ability, its attack costs 1 less energy for every prize card the opponent has taken. So because Chien Pao has taken 4 prizes, the Blood Moon attack only needs a single energy. So the player manually attaches a Legacy energy to power up the attack, and also, with the Legacy energy, if Ursaluna gets KO'd, it only gives up 1 prize. There's the attack, Blood Moon taking the KO against Chien Pao, taking 2 more prizes. And now the Lugia side is down to just 1 prize remaining, as long as this Ursaluna can take the KO against something else. Actually, wait, no, it's going to be getting KO'd by the Chien Pao. But I think the Lugia can take the KO against anything else to win the game. There we see Bibarel coming into the active spot. The Chien Pao can take the KO against Ursaluna, but like I said, it's only going to be taking 1 prize, giving the Lugia player 1 more turn to win the game. Okay, there we see the superior energy retrieval, discarding Arida and Earthen Vessel. Oh, actually, they could have used the Arida to search out the Prime Catcher, so they must already have it in their hand. So this actually should be the game if they have the Prime Catcher to take the KO against Lumineon or the Lugia. There's all 4 energy coming down to the Chien Pao. It now has 8 energy, enough for 480 damage. And yes, there's the Prime Catcher, bringing up the Lugia VStar, along with the Chien Pao EX, and that's going to be the game. There's the final attack, Hail Blade, hitting for 480 damage for the 1-hit KO and taking the final 2 prizes. And there's the handshake! Chien Pao is your winner! So what did you guys think of that battle? Let me know down in the comments below. And be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow and reach new viewers. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, this is the Holland Phantom logging out.